Hey, Mike, it's Doug from over at the Abuser Intervention Program.
Hey, Doug. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Mike, I'm giving you a call about one of your guys and our guys, Chris Reynolds. He's been in our group for about 6 weeks now, and we have a couple of concerns that I wanted to touch base with you about. One is his drinking appears to have increased, but perhaps more importantly, by his own admission, he says that his jealous thoughts and beliefs about Tracy appear to increase when he's been drinking.
Do you have any specific examples, Doug, of these jealous thoughts and beliefs?
I do. He reports to us that he believes his partner, Tracy, is, to use his words, too friendly with some of the men at her job, and he believes she communicates with them after work hours. We pressed him on this, and although he says he has no proof of this, he says he knows it's going on because he's not around to keep an eye on her.
Okay, I'm surprised and concerned to hear about this because I haven't heard about this during the times that I've met with him. And I know that the men tend to be more open in sharing in groups rather than meeting with their probation officers. But this is the first that I've heard of this.
I thought I'd give you a call, Mike, to fill you in because I agree with you that more likely to talk about this in group. And as you know, jealous thoughts and beliefs are an indicator of heightened risk. And his increased use of alcohol just adds to our concerns, coupled with the fact that Chris has a past history of both strangulation and threats to kill. Both of those behaviors are very strong indicators of risk.
So, Doug, the strangulation and the threats, are these recent behaviors?
We have no evidence to suggest that he's recently strangled or threatened to kill Tracy. However, there are indications now that these are past behaviors. He said to her, for example, that you better be careful. Nobody lives forever. You better watch your back, and you'll be very sorry if you leave me. So these, although have occurred in the past year, are still causes for concern for us.
That is a concern. Let me ask you this, Doug. How did you conclude that his drinking has increased?
He has indicated almost weekly that the prior week he has had at least 5 or 6 drinks at one sitting, and that on 3 occasions he was late for work because he was hungover, and again admitting that his drinking has increased his jealous thoughts about Tracy.
So has he ever come to group under the influence of alcohol?
That's not something that we've noticed, but we certainly keep an eye open for that.
Okay, you'll be sure to let me know if that happens?
We will absolutely let you know if that happens. I should also let you know that we've discussed Chris in supervision, and that we're going to recommend to him that he get a substance misuse evaluation and follow through with all treatment recommendations. We're also recommending that Chris attend AA meetings. We have talked to Chris about this, and he is lukewarm at best about this suggestion, and although he hasn't flatly rejected it outright, he really hasn't embraced this as a recommendation. We're wondering if there's anything you as his probation officer can do to order him or enforce these recommendations on him.
So the substance abuse evaluation is not currently a condition of probation, so it's not mandated by the court. However, I can recommend to Chris that he participate in an evaluation and follow your recommendation, and I'll certainly support that. So one of the thoughts that I had was that maybe we could convene a meeting at the office with Chris in the program and probation and encourage him to participate so that he knows we're all on the same team here. At that point, it wouldn't become an order of the court, but I think he would feel the pressure of the court, having us all sitting together and kind of all being on the same page. So I think that would be probably the way to go at this point. In the future, if that doesn't work and this is felt to be necessary, then I think we can bring this in front of the court and ask the judge to issue this as an order of the court. However, Chris will have legal counsel at that point, and So the judge may deny that request.
So, Mike, thank you for filling me in on that. We're happy to meet with you at any time that's convenient for you and your staff and for Chris. I think it's critical that Chris understand that we're all on the same page regarding our concerns. I'm also wondering if increased monitoring of Chris while he's on probation is possible, and if so, what would that look like?
We can definitely increase monitoring on him. The way what it would look like would be I would be seeing him probably more often and probably on a more unpredictable schedule. So instead of seeing him at maybe 9 o'clock in the morning for a scheduled visit, I can go out and see him at 8 o'clock at night, at a time when he might be drinking, to kind of check in on some of these concerns. Getting back to the jealousy, I'm concerned about that, and one of my other thoughts was that maybe I could contact Tracy and find out if some of these things that he's talking about in group are showing at home. Finding a time and a place when I know that Chris won't be around, and talking to Tracy and find out if any of these things are concerns of hers.
Like, I think that's a great idea. Certainly when he's in group, would possibly be a very good time. We will also continue to monitor his jealous thoughts and beliefs and challenge some of his thinking along those lines. I should also tell you that we've contacted the Department of Children and Families. We have some concerns about Chris's two children. He has two children, ages 7 and 9. And we've had a conversation with DCF. And I'm wondering if it's okay with you if we give the social worker your name and your phone number.
That would be fine. I think, the more we all work together cooperatively, the better off we're going to be. And I'll certainly talk with Chris about what you shared today and about my concerns about that.